Um, there are people who are selling racism, just like slavery. And in fact, you have someone who's unpleasant enough, doesn't matter what race they are, you'll probably hate them if they're rude enough and if they're in your face constantly. That's what's going on with me. Uh, George Washington and um, Teddy Roosevelt, okay, they're in completely different situations. There are still equally radical disasters happening, um, but in a perfect world, those things wouldn't happen. Okay, um, that's all I can tell you is that in a perfect world, you wouldn't have excuses, you wouldn't have hatred, and people selling racism, people planting undesirables and avoiding George Washington's career so that you can set up hatred for the love of money. That's what happened. Okay, George Washington could have been given a scholarship, Ben Franklin as well, and countless others, to ensure global understanding with qualified, rational people. That's where the love is. If there's, you know the story of the Baltimore auction block. If you bought a slave, let's say it was a really cheap one, you could do whatever you wanted to. That was actually written in the history books. I didn't write it, someone else did, but there it is. That's okay. That's um, the American Revolution. The convicts, the British, the white people, the English-speaking people who the British wanted to dump in America without Ellis Island. Okay, there are standards which we can all identify. If half of you, some people, yeah, exactly, selling it, right? Um, okay, if let's say you have a mentally retarded brother. Okay, what do you want to do with? Okay. Stupid. It's a bad joke, and I'm telling you, it's put on me all the time with uneducated people who are crazy. And when I was in London a couple of years ago, it was rather rough. There would be outside walking on the sidewalk, and I see this very large, very dark skinned person walking directly at me. And me, what do I look like? Very British, German, very sophisticated. This guy looks like he hates me. And he's just walking right at me like a psychopath. And then the artists all die. That's what happened. Okay.